back to the channel, Being a Fine Figure here, and today we are going to finally unbox and put together all the lines of the Playmates 40th anniversary Voltron Defender of the Universe. Now this particular set, I didn't know if I wanted to collect it because, you know, I never got to see all the lines all at once at some place. They would have them on eBay at some crazy, ridiculous price. And, you know, I would only see the particular black line, which is the first one we are going to unbox. And we are going to unbox them all together. I promise this time I'm not going to do one video on each one. I just can't wait to unbox them and put them together. But, you know, it was so hard to only find one line and not be able to find the other ones. And I wasn't going to pay crazy prices for them. But lo and behold, I happened to walk into Target a couple of weeks ago, and they've had the black line for 15 bucks. And then when I look, try to find the other ones, I thought it might be a pain in the ass. I said, I'm just going to go for it. And I found them all at a decent price on eBay. So I'm so excited. I finally get to unbox one of my favorite cartoons growing up. Initially, I was a huge Transfer C fan. I still am. That's the one that's eluded me for a while because it's just really expensive trying to get that particular robot. But Voltron, when it popped up in 84, 85, I mean, it was incredible. As a kid watching it, I think I remember watching mostly all the episodes, and I happened to have them on DVD. So, you know, I might have to crank them up and see them again because this is exciting. So today, finally get to unbox all the lines. I'm definitely going to start with the black line as we see here. It looks very, very nice. It's nicely done. I know there was another version of this. You know, at the time I wasn't really collecting these action figures. I was more of a wrestler collector, so it's great to finally get my hands on it. I mean, lately, if you see my videos, I've gotten my hands on some Silverhawks, Thundercats. I mean, G.I. Joe. Y'all seen all my G.I. Joe videos. I mean, DC, Marvel. I'm like jumping on anything nostalgic that I brought, you know, that brought me joy as a kid growing up. So anyway, without further ado, we are going to quickly get this black lion out of the box so we can move on to the other ones, and I will be right back. All right, now that we have unboxed the black lion, we will quickly go over the line. This one in particular does not bring any accessories. I saw that the other ones do, so we'll go over that. What it does bring, it brings a little booklet here, like a little pamphlet there. It tells you how to you know, set it up so that you can connect the other pieces to it. You know, what legs you're going to tuck in, the tail, the head, and all that and stuff, like all the good stuff. It does come with batteries already in them. It uses 3 AAA batteries. And then he makes a whole bunch of sounds. Oh, wait, let me turn it on. It was on, I shut it off. And then at the same time, when you do press the button, you can see the... There it is. You see that? This lights up also, and of course it does have some good articulation. It's got the up and down, and then you can also twist the head back and forth. Everything else, I mean, like the ears and stuff all open up. The mouth does articulate, but we're going to leave that till the end because obviously we all know what's in there. The tail does go up and down. You get some little movement there on the legs, so you can pretty much pose some, you know, some very generic poses on him. They also swivel. So he's got some good movement here, also in the paws here. It's just got 1 and 2, and you can hear the clicks on it. The eggs here don't move at all. And then, of course, you know, we're going to have the wings that we're going to see later once we form Voltron. But as far as nailing it, obviously, when you look at the cartoons, they don't look, this one, you know, they don't look as chunky. They just look like normal lion robots. Obviously, for the effects of building Voltron, he does got the more square body, more chunkier body, and he is kind of heavy also. But then again, he also, you know, he has all that, he has the voice box there with the battery, so I'm sure that makes it a little bit heavy also. But he looks very nice. He looks like the, I remember the one, I used to have the hunk with the yellow lion. And that was all I had at the time when I was a kid. And, you know, and that was pretty big because the figure itself was about, you know, the size of one of those G.I. Joe 3 3/4, give or take. So to put him into one of those lions, the lions was actually bigger. So this is a nice smaller version, and it's perfect for me because, you know, like I always said, I am space limited. So did pick up a lot of diecast cars, movie cars that I picked up lately, but I also gonna have their own shelf. But you know, space is limited when it comes to big robots and stuff like that. That's why I stayed away from some of those Hatch Labs, Galactus, stuff like that. I just don't have the room. Plus, you know, it's $300 or something like that for figures like that. It's not me. But yeah, they did a good job. It looks really good. It looks like this might have a crack in the leg there. Oh, actually, no. I think it's like that. I thought it might be a crack, but I guess it's just the way they put it together. They're all screwed in, so maybe the screws were in a little bit tight on the outside there. I don't know. But hey, for $15, I can't beat it. It's a nice looking line. It is the black line. The pilot was Keith. And of course, he was the commander. And again, this is all anime, Japanese anime. The original series was called the Beast King Go Lion. And then, of course, they made the American version. And they have made several versions. And Netflix itself, several years ago, also had their version of it, of the Space Explorers and Voltron and stuff like that. But yeah, here's the black line. Let's move on to the next one. All right, now the next one up is going to be the Yellow Lion, which is the one I used to have when I was a kid. Obviously, it was a lot bigger. Again, you can fit the hunk figure, which he was kind of chunky. He had like a little belly on it. So that's the only one I have. So obviously, this is much, much smaller than that. But of course, you can see this is the packaging of all the rest of the line. So I'm only going to showcase this one. The other ones, I will definitely just have them all. And these lines in particular do come with accessories, which is great. But anyway, let's quickly get them all so we can move on to the next ones. All right, so next up, it is the Yellow Lion, who is piloted by Hunk, the muscle of the group. And he also comes with the little pamphlet there, and it explains how to put all the accessories and how to tuck in the legs and stuff, because he is one of Voltron's legs. I think it's the left leg. Make sure if I remember correctly. Yep, it is the left leg. And of course, he's got all the accessories and how to connect them and hook them up to the legs. All right, so he does come with a mouth sword or weapon. You can put it in his mouth, because the mouth does articulate on these. Nice looking piece. Again, stuff that I'll probably going to be putting away, because I am just going to build them, put them together. And that'll be the end of it. He also has these. I think it goes like in one of the shoulders or something. It's almost like one of those weapons or something that he like comes out or throws out, or I don't know. It comes with one. Obviously, there's like pegs. You can put them anywhere in the body, I guess. But it's like another, like a mine or something, if I remember correctly. And then he also comes with this shooter there, and it comes with the effect. It does have one hole where you can plug it in there. And of course, it looks like that. And then, of course, you press that bottom button, and it does shoot, as you can see. So again, it's a nice little weapon. We might put it together, but at the end, we're going to just build it. So again, they're all going to go, I'm going to put them away. So Hunk itself, nice looking. As you can see, the lines for the arms and the feet and the legs are going to be a little bit thinner, more accurate, actually. Actually looks really good. This one looks really, really good to the cartoon. It looks just basically how the legs on the actual cartoon were. And again, the articulation on the leg, just like an animal, it's pretty good. You know, you can hear the clicking on it. You got articulation everywhere. The tail goes up and down. And then I remember this in the comic book. It would shoot something out of there. Here, I guess they put it on the side, so you can have the weapons. You can either put it, oh, look at that, almost knocked out the angel. You can plug these. They got plenty of spaces where you can put these. You can put it on the back, you put it on the side. So, you know, you can do a lot of stuff with it. He does obviously articulate over here, because obviously this is going to be the leg. And then you do get some movement on the legs. He kind of swivels a little bit, not too much. He does go up and down, and the jaws do articulate. But I guess, oh, it snaps back off. So you will have to, you see, down at the bottom, it's got that little peg there for you to put. Actually, it goes this way. So you can actually put his sword there. He could fight with the sword if he wants to, cut you off, and it will not come off, because, you know, the jaw does articulate, but it kind of has a little snapback. And then it looks like he has a missile in his tongue. Yeah, you can see. I don't know. It's like a missile type in the tongue. I don't remember. I think it does shoot. Like I think it was shot off out of his mouth. It would shoot. But yeah, that is the yellow line. Nicely looking detail. Part of the Voltron's left leg. So let's put that baby to the side. Obviously, we are going to take this stuff out because we are not going to need it. And let's move on to the other leg. And of course, it is the blue lion. Let's put that in a little spinner there. He might fall off. Tails are very loose. Let's just pick up the tail for now because he's going to knock it off. And again, same booklet like the other ones. Legendary Blue Lion, who was Princess Laura's. It was actually Sven, the original. I think he was on for like a 4 or 5 episodes, or maybe 6 or 7. I know he was injured or sent to another planet or something, or captured. I don't remember, but he was the original pilot of the Blue Line, and then the Princess Laura took over. And then, of course, he's got all the things that you can do with his weapons and stuff, all the accessories, and how to tuck them together when you form Voltron. So, again, he also has a piece for the mouth, little sword there. This is like a doomsday weapon, I guess. He wants to kill 3 people at once, and it has that peg that you can put under the mouth. So I am assuming that the mouth, also the bottom jaw on the line, it will, like, it just snaps back on. It has like that spring, and then he's got this weapon here. It's almost like, what is it, a radio or something? I wish that these would detail what that particular piece is, because I have no idea. So, oh, actually, I'm sorry, that is the shooter. So he also comes with the shooting effects there. You plug it in here. I should have turned it around. And then, of course, you press that blue knob there on the front, and he does that shooting also. And then he also comes with this particular weapon there that also you can plug into any. I guess it goes like this when you put it in to the line. Don't remember what it's for. So anyway, again, stuff that we are not going to be putting together because, my main focus is going to be building Voltron. And of course, he does have a tail. This one's very loose. It just seems to snap back off. Same articulation, but this one here, they nailed it. Looks very good. Still has the same ears, as you can see. Wow, this one here, you might have to. Wow, this one's pretty. It's like, I think it's like the paint. Let's try this, the weapon. I think we can get it off with a weapon. No, okay, that's not gonna work. It seems like the paint is. Let's see if I can get the scissors in there without scratching the paint. Yeah, it looks like the paint. Oh, wow, that's pretty. How the hell? Well, I did end up scratching it. So, yeah, it looks like this, like, very. Yeah, see the little metal there is out of place, unlike this one here. So it's oh, there it is. There we go. Got it. There it goes. Now, after I damaged it in the front a little bit, but yeah, other than that, we'll do that with the other ones. Same articulation on the legs. Nice looking line. So yeah, that's that one. I'm so glad I got these. I can't wait. You know what? Let's not use that anymore. And let's go with the arms. Same booklet detail for the Green Lion, who is piloted by Pitch, the smartest member of the group. And then he, of course, has his own plethora of weapons. I think this goes in his mouth, if I'm not mistaken. Got this big old ninja type star. That's a big store. Is it his? Maybe it's not his. Oh, it is his. So yeah. So this particular, I don't know how he would see, but you would literally put it in his mouth like that, I guess. I mean, it's meant to go over. I don't know. It's a weird thing. I'm not going to use it. And then he's got this here that you can put on the side. You can cause some damage on anybody that tries to hit him from the side. He also has one of these for his mouth, little mouth knife piece. And then, of course, he does have this particular one. And, of course, it has a shooter effect also. And then this one here actually, where is the button for this? Oh, it's on top. There it goes. And then, of course, also you can shoot. A lot of accessories for these lines, and I know in the cartoon they had those in the cartoon, so I'm glad to have this kind of stuff around, but for the most part, again, I am not going to be using it. And then, of course, let's put, we got the Red Lion, who was piloted by Vance, who was kind of a smart addict of the group. He's one of the ones that was always questioning Keith's decisions and stuff like that. Always gave him some pushback on it, but he was a really good pilot on the show. And then, of course, he also brings one of these effects, kind of shooters. You put it on there, buttons on the top. There it is. It does work perfectly. He also has his own knife version variation. This was actually nice. And then, of course, another effect that you can plug onto the side. And that's on that. And then, of course, he does bring, which we are going to see at the end, Voltron sword. Nice looking sword. Nice. Looks nice. I wish they would put a little bit more detail on it. A little bit more chrome on it would have been nice. But, you know, it is Playmate, and I got it at a good deal, so I'm not going to complain. This I am going to hold on here somewhere. Didn't go over the Blue Lion and the Red Lion. I figure I'd do those right now. They both have the same articulation. And, of course, since these are arms, they do have articulation there at the waist to go to the side, basically to, you know, reflect an arm. And then other than that, you got the arms, you got the tails, that I think these tails go in, if I'm not mistaken. I think they go in, maybe, something like that. We will see. Yeah, I think you plug them in, like they're meant to go inside, you know, to hide them when you're forming Voltron on these. This one seems to be a lot loose, but I think it's supposed to design to be like that. And then, of course, he does have the same little jaw articulation. It's actually better to do on these than it was on these, because it doesn't have that back piece. This has a long piece, so it's a lot easier. But the details on the Green Lion are incredible. Again, they nailed it. And then same thing with the Red Lion, another one of his arms. Of course, it has that same piece. It's literally the same lion, just different color. And a few changes here and there. The body is the same. This one has the more square. That has more round. But the articulation, yeah. So see, the tails are designed to hide once we form Voltron. And of course, it looks good. It looks, they also articulate to the sides and stuff, which is good. You need that swivel. And you got the little head swivel that the other lions of the legs don't have on both of these. So anyway, let's get going. Let's do this. Let us do this and make sure that I get this correct. Let's go. Let's get these lions in place. I think the legs just tuck in like that. This one's, I think these are a lot trickier. I think these just basically do this, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, these just basically don't tuck in all the way, but just enough. Oh, that doesn't go up. That sucks. That you basically, and then you put the head down to that degree, and then that is one of the legs, right? think that's it. Let's see. Let me make sure. And then of course you got the little trap where the legs are gonna go through. But I think that is it. There's one. Let's put that there, and then let's do the other one. Little blue lion. And now you see the tail goes on its own, and this one kind of just moves itself. And then of course you tuck the other leg. Let's get this. Let's get these. There we go. And then you move the leg down. That's what it is. So let me make sure I got a hunk down. All right, here we go. We are coming along. Form, feet, and legs. So let's get these tucked in there. Let's get the tail. Now, I'm having a little bit difficulty, maybe because I need to open this up. So I think I am having a little difficulty getting. So I might have to get something to make sure that the tail stays in there, because it doesn't let me. Okay, so, oh, I don't want to do that. So, all right, I don't want to push it too hard because then I can't get it out. But yeah, all right, that's good enough, I guess, for now. All right, so let's tuck the rest of the line in here. Like that. And of course, that's that. And then the green line. Let's get this on here. Let's see. Let's open this up. Isn't there a safer way to get these in there? All right, so this one wasn't too bad. And then of course, let's tuck these in here. So there's the arms. All right. So let's do this. Let's get this bad boy in here. So I guess this goes up, the tail goes in. Let's bring that down again. All right, so these.
They'll soon be defeated by Voltron.
All right, let me just shut this off while I finish this up. All right, so the back legs here form as the part of the Voltron's legs, so I'm gonna need those. And then these basically just tuck back, I guess, maybe. All right, so maybe I will definitely look at the little template, because I thought I had it right. So let's make sure. Oh, that's what it is. Okay, so there's a little compartment here that opens up, and it kind of hides. There it is. I knew I was missing something. And then of course, here's the other one. And there we go. So we are almost there, except for the head. So let's get these bad boys in here. There's that. I might have to move back. Let's fix this up. All right. All right, let's get this crap out of the way. Wow, I have to go up a little bit. Wow, he is pretty big. A lot bigger than I thought. Let's see if we can get this in here. Let's fix the legs so he doesn't tip over. Man, he is one very loose figure. Yeah, it kind of slides. Maybe it's because my table, and it tends to slide, but the weight, it kind of moves to the back. I don't know. It's yeah, I'm having a little crisis here. All right, maybe. All right, let's try. There we go. There we go. That was the ticket there. Let's form the arms and legs. And make sure. Wait. All right. So, I know this is the right way. Do they twist after? What am I missing here? There we go. There we go. And then let's get the wings out. All right, so let me go up a little bit more because this bad boy is big. A lot bigger than I thought. And then of course, let's form the head. Wow. Wow. This looks incredible. Look at that. Oh my God. And he's heavy. He looks really good. A little bit loose as far as positioning it to get straight, but he looks amazing. And then of course, let's put the blazing sword in. And again, I wish it was more detailed, but the sword, I guess it'll do. Maybe a little chrome might work, but that is incredible. Let me, as you guys can see, that is a nice looking Voltron. Get the scissors out of the way there. He looks incredible. Wow. That is one nice looking Voltron. I'm glad I'm waiting. I'm glad I got a good deal on him. This is incredible. So this is officially the biggest action figure that I have in my collection. And I am so stoked. He looks incredible. So, man, so let's see how that piece there looks. Actually, let me see if I can find that little, there we go. Oop, and then it's, that looks really good. That is great. And again, it does have that nice little...
Pitch, talk to me. Are you hurt? No, I can handle it.
Oh, so he has more than just one, just Keith's voice. It also has pitch, and I wonder if he has the other guy. So I'm sure he does, but that is incredible. So, man, so there you have it, guys. Voltron, Defender of the Universe in all its glory. And he looks incredible, truly incredible. And for a great price. I got it for an amazing price. So, as always, guys, thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope that the Voltron brought a little nostalgia back to your life and the 80s cartoon fan growing up. So, as always, thank you for your support. Continue to be a fine figure. Man, this is outstanding, and I will see you later. Bye.